You say sorry before asking a question. You say sorry when needing something. You say sorry when someone bumps into you. You apologize for speaking, for sitting, for existing in a room where other people are, and you don't even notice you're doing it anymore. It's automatic, reflexive, like your presence is something you need to justify. Here's what actually happening. You're not being polite. You're pre-apologizing for the inconvenience of being alive. Because somewhere deep down, you believe you're taking up space that belongs to someone else. Watch what you do when you walk into a room. You make yourself smaller. You sit at the edge of the chair. You tuck your arms in. You lower your voice. Like you're trying not to disturb the air around you. Someone asks you a question. You start with, I don't know if this is right, but you share an idea and you follow it with, but maybe I'm wrong. You state a preference. You immediately backtrack with, but whatever you want is fine. You're constantly questioning your existence, softening yourself, making it easier for people to dismiss you because you learned early that your needs are a burden. Let me tell you when this started. You were a kid and you needed things like attention, comfort, and help because that's what kids need. But the adults around you were tired, overwhelmed, already stretched too thin. So when you asked for something, you saw it. The flash of annoyance, the heavy sigh, the not right now, that really meant you are too much. Maybe they didn't say it directly, but you felt it in the way they turned away, in the sharpness of their tone, in how much lighter the room felt when you stopped asking. You learned your needs are inconvenience, your presence is exhausting, you are too much work. So you started shrinking. Now you're an adult and you still do it. Your friend offers you a ride, you say, only if it's not out of your way, even though you desperately need it. Your partner asks what you want for dinner, you say, I don't care, even though you absolutely do. You're sick, but you go to work anyway because calling in feels like admitting you matter enough to rest. You need help, but you don't ask because asking feels like proving you're a burden. Here's the deeper truth. You don't just apologize with your words. You apologize with your entire body. You make yourself quiet so you don't take up sonic space. You make yourself small so you don't take up physical space. You dismiss your own opinions so they don't take up mental space. You have spent your whole life trying to be the least inconvenient version of yourself. Someone interrupts you mid-sentence. You stop talking immediately. Oh, sorry, go ahead. They weren't even being rude, but you assume their words matter more than yours. You're in pain, but you don't mention it because other people have it worse. You're struggling, but you say you're fine because your problems feel too small to deserve attention. You have convinced yourself that your existence should come with a disclaimer. I'm sorry for being here. Here's what's really happening though. You're not humble. You're not easygoing. You're terrified. Terrified that if you take up the space you actually need, people will realize you're too much and they'll leave. So you stay small, manageable, and easy. You become the person who never asks for anything, never complains, never needs. But inside, you're suffocating. Because you're not choosing to be small, you're compressing yourself to fit into the amount of space you think you're allowed to have. Someone says, no, really, tell me what you want. And you freeze because wanting something out loud feels dangerous. Someone says, you don't have to apologize, but you do it again in 30 seconds because not apologizing feels like being rude, like overstepping. You've been apologizing for existing for so long that you don't even know how to stop. You're not sorry. You're just still living like love is something you earned by being as little trouble as possible. And the cruelest part, the people who made you feel like a burden probably don't even remember, but you're still shrinking, still saying sorry, still making yourself smaller so everyone else can be comfortable. You don't need to apologize for taking up space. You never did.